What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Afrojoe playing like a motherfucking is. Alright, I thought this ought to be over and done with, but it's not. But I'm glad that Joshua David Evans has came out and told his side of the story. But like I did the last few, I don't know. I'm sorry about the audio. If the audio's bad, I'm sorry. But same with the last one with JoJo Siwa. Joshua Evans finally comes out and speaks on what happened during the time he was with Colleen and how he tried to, all the hell he went through and he became a victim. But everybody looked at him as a bad guy because of Colleen. Colleen sat there and did this and that and this and that and so many other things that it was ridiculous that he got looked at as a bad guy because of Colleen. Colleen made him look a bad guy because the things she would say to people, she would tell people, don't talk to him, he's bad, this and that and the other. And he didn't do nothing. He did admit in the interview that, yeah, there's things he shouldn't have done. One was giving Johnny his number. And two, he should never did anything to lead him on. But what makes it bad is he proves that Johnny was lying. Now, he has a friend that he hasn't spoken to in a long time named Stephen Green. Now, Stephen Green went on a podcast a month or so before Joshua David Evans did the interview with Swoop. And I'm going to play it for you. This is something else to hear. You got to hear what he has to say.
All right, have you guys heard about Miranda Sings, aka Colleen Ballinger? This is kind of a weird topic for me because I know these people, so this is going to be a little weird.
Spill the fucking beans, Steve.
Okay, so this is one of those crazy things, right? So when you know somebody, you don't necessarily know everything about them, obviously. That's what everyone says about serial killers. And like everyone who's a neighbor, like O.J. Simpson's neighbor is like, he was the nicest fucking guy in the universe. You know what I mean?
But I mean, like, how would they know? They probably just went like this, like 3 times, and all of a sudden they're the nicest guy in the neighborhood.
Exactly. You don't know anybody.
You don't fucking know.
So when I knew Colleen Ballinger, she was doing the Miranda Sings character, and
where did you meet her? Like make her?
I met her in 2013, I think, or 20. I think I met her in 2011. Just in the tuber space, like everyone sees everyone at the same places and shit.
I need more context. Beyond just meeting her, how close did you get with them?
I was very close with her husband. And then I knew her and her husband, and we hung out a bunch. And
so outside of work, you guys hung out?
Yeah, quite a bit.
You guys been into each other's houses?
Yeah. Is she still with her husband? No.
That's part of all this, too.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole thing.
So you guys were friends?
We were friends,
beyond work?
Yeah. And I met her husband. Her husband used to work at one of the big MCNs. Yeah. And he was just a normal dude. And then he became tuberfied, like, with her. And then as she grew, like, they both started to kind of change. And it was, like, very strange to
So he was off camera working at an MCN?
Yes.
And then so he became on?
On camera.
Oh.
Yes. And then he started changing. He's acknowledged this. He's very emotionally intelligent. He's, like, is aware of, like, what he went through and shit.
Yeah.
But this story's kind of crazy because, so right now she's being accused of grooming kids, okay?
Whoa.
Which is a crazy accusation and allegation to
Her? She was like the Mr. Rogers of, like, YouTube.
What was her content?
Version.
Her content was, like, doing a theater kid, like, parody, basically, named Miranda. And she's, like, this person who, like, seems like she has some kind of disability or something. And she's, talks funny, and she is very literal about things. And it was very like you can tell she's trying to do a character, right? So she's trying to like make fun of someone that she knew or a group of people that she knew and satirize like a topic.
Wait, with the lipstick?
lipstick.
Oh, her lipstick was all over the place.
All over the place.
And her hair's all crazy.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm hot, and like boys love me.
I've seen her before.
Yes.
But I think her audience was a lot of girls, right?
A lot of young
A
girls.
lot of 10-year-old, whatever.
And when she was coming up, she started off doing like these parody songs, but like it was purposefully bad. But then people were not quite sure if it was actually bad or not because she was playing the character a little more like it's like she turned into Pee Wee Herman later, but she was playing it a little more straight initially, and so people were genuinely confused online. Is this a real person?
Landing in the gray zone with
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
And then like later on, as it like grew and grew and grew, she turned it more into more of a literal character where she was like more outlandish and shit. But apparently, so as she's amassing this audience, right? And I saw this happen. Like she had like no subscribers when I met her, and she was coming up, and then she like starts exploding on the scene, and then apparently during all of this in the behind the scenes, she has a group of kids in a group called the Weenies, which is like a private chat on like one of the messaging apps, and those are like a bunch of little kids basically, like at the time like 14, 13, 12, like all ages of but not above 18 it seems. And in those chats she's saying like inappropriate things to them, like asking them about their favorite sexual positions. Like one of the kids in there she sent underwear to,
Like in the mail?
Yeah.
in the mail.
I hope it was new.
And when it was new, and that's the thing, when I say that, it immediately elicits a response from all of us. Very natural response. The context is a little bit different because she was like, they had just gone to like a store, bought a bunch of shit. They thought it was funny, they bought underwear, and they thought in the video, they thought it'd be funny to send this person underwear, right? And you know, to us,
Sexy underwear?
whatever, that's
Yeah.
fucking weird,
Right.
right? But yeah, sexy underwear, yeah.
Oh, it's sexy underwear?
Sexy underwear, yeah.
I think it's just funny if it was like Ninja Turtle underwear or something.
Not bad. Wish you were around back then.
Yep.
Could have been the little angel on the shoulder. Could have helped.
It would have been great in this business.
So she also gave. So there's a kid named Adam McIntyre who's come out about this situation. He was in that Weenies group that I'm talking about, and apparently, like as she, like you know, she was with her husband, and the big thing about her and her husband was that she would talk shit on her husband like constantly
To the kids?
to everybody.
Well, was that a joke or was that real?
It was real. It was the real shit
She's
ever.
just venting about.
Venting about her husband, like being embarrassed, saying she's humiliated by him at all times, like just talking the most shit I've ever heard a human being talk.
Then why is she with him?
Dude, it was weird. It was like one of those things where you're kind of uncomfortably laughing and like, damn, this bitch hates this
When
guy.
you guys she's not fucking around. She's like really, really
I
like.
can't stand this fella.
So when you guys would hang out, would she like kind of talk shit openly? So like.
She would be like passive aggressive with him, but then when he leaves the room, she's launching.
Whoa.
And by that point, because I had known him for a while, by that point it was just really weird. I was
so-
like,
Because you're closer to him than her.
I was closer to him than her, and I was like, I don't want to like get in the middle of shit or whatever.
yeah.
And then me and him kind of had a falling out because like he did a show. And he just, I don't know, dude. He started to change it. He's acknowledged all this too. I'm not really talking shit on him per se. I just,
At the time, this is
he
what
just
happened.
changed a lot. Like he got a real big head about stuff, and he would like do like he would like sing on stage and stuff like that. And I remember one time, yeah, I just was like, dude, you're just very fake now. I don't really, you know, I don't really. But I was more passive aggressive about it. I was kind of like satirizing him a lot, like on my Instagram and stuff, and like satirizing like the types of people who like face tune their images and shit. Like he was one of the people. Many people were doing it, but he took it very personally that I was doing that at all, and so we kind of had a falling out. And then we see each other like 2 years later at one of the cons, right? And then I was just like, hey, dude, like. You know, he just like sees me, I see him, we have like an awkward exchange in the hallway, and then he's like, hey dude, I'm gonna go to the bar later if you would like to talk. And I was like, yeah dude, because I was like, we need to talk. And then we sit down and I was like, dude, if you and me are gonna be cool, I can't just pretend like I can't like just sit here and just not say anything. So like, yeah, your wife talks the most shit on you like of anybody I've ever heard of my life.
Whoa. Damn.
Yeah. And by that point I knew it was okay to say that because he was talking about how things weren't great with him and her.
Yeah.
And so I was just kind of like giving a little bit of that like it's okay, champ. Like you're
So
probably
man-to-man
you're on the right road here. Like I think this is probably a good move.
Yeah.
Whereas if I did that years prior, it would have been awkward and probably would have been an inappropriate move. I think
That would have made you guys not cool over that.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that anyway. But for this, because it's kind of like I had a friend who was like cheating on his wife, and like I just refused. I just like said I'm never going to talk to them again. Okay, later, because I found out he was actually doing that. So I'm not going to step in the middle and be like, he's cheating on you. Okay, see you later. You know, like why would I do that? But in this case, he was already feeling this like tug, and I was like, yeah, dude, you're right. Just so you know, you're right.
Yeah.
Right. And then we were cool after that, and then like you know, it's kind of weird seeing like this kid Adam McIntyre talk about how, you know, he used to work for Colleen and like she would message him all the time and she would talk shit all over Josh.
And this boy was like 14 at the time?
He was like 14 years old.
Wow.
And she's talking shit about him in the Weenies group, which just makes so much sense because like I would, like every time all my tuber friends were around her and he left the room, she's like fucking clowning on this guy. It was like wild. It was like so mean too. It was like, man, you really just hate this. This is your husband. You fucking hate this guy. So then this guy Adam McIntyre came out. I think he's a very well-spoken young man. And he came out a couple years ago because Colleen ended up tweeting something from the Miranda Sings account that was about like LGBT like coming out, and she was like, "Hey, I'm coming out," and then it was a joke at the end. It wasn't like anything serious.
She was joking about coming out?
She was joking about coming out, but it was like I'm coming out like that I like to eat donuts or whatever it was. I think it was a
like
fart
a tongue-in-cheek
joke. I think it was a
thing.
fart joke or something like that. It was a tongue-in-cheek thing. And then she was accused of gay baiting at the time or whatever. And I'm not writing that off. I'm just saying like this is just to get through this story, right? And then so then she comes out and says, "Hey, I apologize and this sucks." And then she blamed this kid, Adam, because he wrote the tweet, and he's a gay kid himself. And he wrote the tweet, and he was managing her social media for
So
her.
she threw him under the bus?
She threw him under the bus because she was having kids, and she chucked him under the fucking bus. And then, like, he felt alienated. He had no power. He had no
Even
leadership.
though she had approved that tweet.
She had approved.
Yeah.
She had approved the tweet multiple times, like 4 times, I think. Adam says.
Wow.
He has like. You should watch this video, really, if you want to get caught up on this. I'm doing a truncation of the whole thing. He really goes through the details of like screenshots and all this stuff.
It's a laundry list.
You know, as far as like the grooming accusation, he's basically saying like, anytime that Colleen wanted to talk to me, it was to get something out of me and to use me for something. So he feels like she groomed him because she would like manipulate him, like love bomb him with compliments and praise to get something out of him, and then she would ignore him. And like she would have him like drive, because she would do these tours, and she would have him like drive. He's like living in Ireland, so he's driving like for hours with his parents.
Oh my god.
And then she would say like, let's meet up we'll have like a day, we'll fucking hang out. And then like as he's driving for hours with his parents, she's like, hey, like, why aren't you here yet? I gotta go. Like, I ordered you food, like it's gonna wait here or whatever. And basically he's saying like, I was always, like, it always seems like I was her friend, and then when it was time for us to actually do friend things, she would bail on me. So she used me, groomed me, got me to get information for her, got me to attack her ex-husband, because they ended up getting a divorce, because Josh was already feeling that way, and then Josh starts to hear that everyone confirming that she was talking all kinds of shit on him, right? And that all coalesced, and they were already having problems, and it was over, right? So then, and Josh is a very good dude, by the way. I think he made some mistakes with being in those chats. And he's copped all this stuff. He's like, he feels bad that he was in a dark place and he was like opening up about private things to like a bunch of strangers, but he felt like a weird kinship with people. I don't know. Those are his words. And then, I mean, not exactly his words, just trying to sum it all up. But yeah, I think, if anybody in this, I really don't have malice for anybody here. I just think that, if you're gonna do what she did for a long time, which is just like talk all kinds of mad shit.
And I tell you this, that was Stephen Green. And that interview came out. I'm sorry about the video qualification and the audio, but they came out months ago before Joshua David Evans did his interview with Swoop. He is confirming everything that Joshua David Evans has said in the interview that is true. And that's one of his friends. Like he actually said Colleen wanted him to hate Joshua. And you hear Joshua tell Swoop in the interview he went out of town and Colleen was at home at the house. He was coming home from a gig and he hits him up talking about where you at. He says, I'm almost home. Excuse me. He's like, I'm almost home. He gets to the house and he goes in the house. He says, it smells like cigarettes and alcohol. He goes upstairs into the bedroom. Colleen is sitting on the bed playing her ukulele. That blank stare that you see in the picture, she had that look. She was cheating on Joshua with her previous husband now. He said the last thing he said to her is, when you're having sex with him, imagine my face. That was the last thing and I felt bad because this man was getting dogged the hell out the way. He was getting shitted on. People believe everything Colleen said and just dogged the hell out of Joshua David Evans because of what Colleen said. And I'm gonna tell you this. This is why I do what I do because I question a lot of things about what's going on when somebody comes out and say, "Oh, I was SA'd or I was aped or anything," because it's not to say every woman is like that. Not saying every woman is like that. But you look at Colleen. This is why I'm the prime example. I can't believe people on their words because if she can lie on anybody, you don't know who's lying. And she lied on this man, gotten everybody to hate him because she's Colleen. I ain't gonna say she's a woman because that'd be kind of sexist. But because she's Colleen, she lied on him, got everybody to hate him because she's Colleen, because she's well known. And so I'm gonna tell Swoop this. If y'all watching it, if you watching this, I hope y'all tweet this video to Swoop. Continue to tweet this video to Swoop. And the reason why I say this, she needs to be careful. And the reason why I'm saying this because you're digging deep, you're scratching the surface, and these people are going to be gunning for you, girl. It's bad enough JoJo Siwa went on Howard Mandel show saying that those Adam and Joshua and Becky are liars and stuff. But you need to be careful because they're going to come for you, girl. They're going to come for you. And I'm not BSing on that. I've been on YouTube long enough to see some stuff. And you got some information, but you ain't got all the information. I got the information that you don't have, and you ain't listening to me because you think you. I ain't trying to dog Swoop out, but I got information that you don't even have. Colleen is always gonna be protected, no matter what you say or do. You can pull out all the dirt, all the skeletons out there in closets, and she still will be protected, no matter what. This girl can ape. I can't say the R word. I gotta say ape. She can ape a 15-year-old and still get away with it. She can perish somebody and still get away with it. No matter what Colleen do, she gonna get away with it. And there's reasons why. And I hope that everybody that sees this video tweets to Swoop and tell her to get a hold of Afro. Because one thing is she doesn't know what's going on. What's going on. And I feel bad for David Evans because he went through all this hell and nobody believed. She threatened this man after all this shit. All this hell that this woman put him through. All this hell that she put him through. Colleen has the audacity to say, you better not say nothing about me or I'm gonna take you to court. What the fuck? You screwed him over. You threatening this man. You had the audacity to, you talking about me, I'll take you to court. You ain't say that, to Anna McIntyre, you ain't say that to Becky, you ain't say, and I've said before about people who hang around Colleen, JoJo Siwa, and Sophie Darcy. I'm waiting for Sophie Darcy to come out and say something. Because you already seen JoJo Siwa come out. I'm waiting for Sophie Darcy to come out and say some stuff and get her ass caught up in this mess too. Because those two are always hanging around people like Colleen and Logan Paul. I'm waiting for that. And Todrick Hall, he's another one. Yeah, everybody's dogging out Corey DeSoto because look at him, he's doing the same damn thing. And Johnny, they found out he got a backstory just like Colleen, grooming kids. But nobody's doing nothing. I said this before. Nobody's doing nothing. We talking about it, but nobody's doing nothing. I'm waiting for somebody to file paperwork. Y'all continue to talk about it, but y'all won't file no paperwork to lock these people up. So we gonna have to wait till one of these people and say a kid or hurt a kid or something because y'all can stop it now before it gets to that point. But nobody's doing nothing. Y'all wasting time. Y'all wasting time. How long before Colleen, Ballinger, Corey DeSoto hurt a child to the point where that child perished? These are people's lives that these people are ruining. But y'all continue to talk about it on YouTube. You sit there and say, well, Afro, you're talking about it too. But I'm trying to be the voice of reason. File paperwork, get her ass in jail, and leave it at that. Let the justice system lock her ass up. If she's found guilty, let her ass be. Put her ass in jail where she needs to be. Quit bullshitting the world. Unless you want the world to bullshit you. All this evidence that y'all got, and nobody's using it to lock her up. How long before she hurts her own kids? She's got kids. How long before she harms her own children? And y'all play and y'all sit up on YouTube making money off the story, but y'all will not lock her up. Y'all want that money that fucking. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid for none of it. But y'all want that money that badly for Colleen? Y'all need some therapy, man. Y'all need to get some help. Jesus can't save your life if you ain't gonna do nothing about it. But for the people that's out there listening, please send this video to Swoop. Girl, you are in some stuff you can get your ass out of. And I know things that you don't. YouTube is protecting this girl no matter what Colleen does. YouTube is always going to have her back no matter what. Don't forget to get to subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell for notification. Check out my other YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out my other social medias. Thank you. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Peace, love, and Afro.